Well, the race for Texas governor is growing with another Democratic candidate trying to unseat Republican Governor Greg Abbott. State Rep Gina Hinojosa announced her campaign last week. Our Jack Fink spoke to Hinojosa during our Eye on Politics show. And tonight, our media partners over at Texas Monthly are also highlighting this particular race. We've got Forrest Wilder joining us for tonight's discussion on the topic. We do know that Hinojosa, Forrest, is one of now 4 Democratic candidates running for governor. Can you talk a little bit about her political background and some of the challenges that she could possibly face now?
Sure, absolutely. So she is a state representative. She represents a district in Austin. She's been in the legislature about 10 years. She's made a name for herself primarily on public education. She's been a really strong advocate for public education. I think that was formed in part because she served on a school board. That was early in her political career. She's originally from the Valley, from the Rio Grande Valley. She's really trying to make a big step up, right? Going from state rep, one of 150 in the Capitol, to being governor is a big leap. But she's ambitious and came out of the gate with a pretty aggressive campaign. And she has a long ways to go just to get to the general election, because, as you said, she has opponents that she'll face in the Democratic primary, and there could be other entrants. There's still time for other people to throw their hat in the ring. If she were to face Abbott, she would have a very formidable opponent. Greg Abbott has been in public office in Texas a long time. He's trying to be the longest serving governor in Texas history, and he has, at last count, $87 million in his campaign account.
Yeah. Well, four candidates already, and possibly more, as you just mentioned. That's going to make for a pretty crowded field, more than likely, if that's exactly what happens. Now, we have seen, though, people like Beto O'Rourke in the past lose against Governor Abbott. What strategy is Hinojosa using in this race, you think, that might make a difference?
So she's basically describing what she's doing as economic populism. She's trying to run a populist campaign, and what that means is that she's really focused on issues, pocketbook issues, the lack of affordability, and what she's calling corruption on the part of the governor. She's saying basically he's lost touch with your average Texan that's dealing with all sorts of pocketbook issues, struggling to make ends meet, and she really wants to focus on that and to try to call attention to why she thinks Abbott is spending more time, in her view, catering to campaign contributors and to the wealthy rather than your sort of average Texan.
Well, Hinojosa, we know she launched her campaign in her hometown in the Rio Grande Valley. Governor Greg Abbott has also made a presence in that region with Operation Lone Star, enhanced immigration efforts, and operations along the southern Texas border with Mexico. What did Hinojosa say about how she would handle primarily border issues in that stretch?
Right. She's saying that she wants a secure border as well, but that she thinks that Operation Lone Star, which has cost many billions of dollars to have DPS officers, state police, and a National Guard at the border, at this point doesn't really make a lot of sense because border crossings are very low right now, and that essentially what Governor Abbott is engaging in is a form of political theater. And she's also making the argument that people in the Valley and Latinos elsewhere are really concerned about federal immigration enforcement and how it's breaking up communities and families rather than going after criminals, which a lot of people, she thinks, thought that's what they were signing up for with Trump, and it got something a little bit different.
Yeah. All right, well, our thanks to Forrest Wilder for tonight's discussion. We appreciate you, Forrest. You can read his entire article right now on TexasMonthly.com. It's available for you just as soon as you're ready for it. We'll be right back.